This is the extra credit video by Alex Cavallero. The lecture that I attended was Lecture 1, Patterns in the Natural World. This lecture focused on natural objects and natural phenomena that occurred in nature. Some examples from this lecture were: these stone circles are a natural phenomenon, thought to have something to do with the density of the rocks involved, but no physics has proved how these circles are actually formed. An interesting fact about the Namibian desert dunes is that each ripple pattern is 10 centimeters long. These are caused by the wind blowing over the dunes. These sorted stone lines are formed from the soil freezing and unfreezing. About a month after lecture, I went to Destin Beach for spring break and noticed the beach cusps. Thinking about lecture, I remembered that the energy of the wave forms these cusps, making it a self-organized phenomenon. From attending lecture, I was able to educate my friends about the cusps and answer any questions they had. The tube that the grains are enclosed in rotates in a circular motion. You can see that as time progresses, the grains separate into sections according to size. Here it is easy to see because the grains have been dyed blue, red, and yellow to show the difference in the pattern specifically. Something new I learned about axial segregation is that no one knows why these grains separate into the pattern. Some physicists believe that it is from a complicated and unstable core, but this has not been proven. I thought this was interesting because in this day and age, I thought that everything had been figured out by physics or had an answer as to why this happened, especially a pattern in the grains. What I learned: sorted stone lines are formed from soil freezing and unfreezing. Beach cusps are formed by energy of the waves forming these cusps, making it self-organizing. What I already knew: not everything has an answer. Some things can be proven. Nature continues to baffle us, and nature is complex. Why this topic was of interest to me. This was a perfect and interesting topic for me to learn about because I love nature and it fascinates me how these phenomena occur in the natural world. I think that odd events such as axial segregation, granular media, and sorted stone stripes are the coolest natural events and prove that physics does exist in the natural world, not only in objects made or affected by humans. Something that sparked my curiosity was that there still aren't answers to everything. Follow-up questions not discussed in lecture. What other patterns exist that weren't discussed? Will there eventually be an answer to these questions? Is there a larger scale physics answer to the phenomenon, such as gravity or deep Earth plate movement? The main points of this lecture were that stability is key in nature, not optimality. One example of this is that a river is not straight. Even though this would be optimal, the river would overflow its banks. Second, patterns are self-organized and complex. They can't be completely understood by physics. Next, open dynamic evolution is trying to find balance. And last, nature continues to baffle us. Example of this is axial segregation, which we cannot figure out what causes this.